quite the conundrum to try to figure out, like, how do you talk about RWBY Chibi in a way that is functional, normal, and makes sense given what you're given? Because that's where I am right now. Because it's like, I've been going back and forth in my head, like, do I want to do this? Do I not want to do this? Is there a place for this? And the answer to the third question is yeah. It's like, if I want to talk about RWBY Chibi, then, then let's talk about RWBY Chibi. Because, again, it's like, Season 1 was happening when, when I wasn't too busy, and Triple the Guy explained it all. That wasn't my thing that I did. So it's like, I combined that with the beginning of Volume 4, and it was a lot of understanding of that. The first season of RWBY Chibi was a palate cleanser because fans went through 3 years of hell, and Season 3 took a lot away, and it left me, at least, and I know fans too, emotionally drained from all the loss and stuff, but it was a rebirth, and Season 4 was amazing. You've heard all my stuff. Something about boot means I love you. But here we are now, Season 2 of RWBY Chibi. It's like, I honestly thought, and I still think this, that, that while this is going to be some fun stuff to have, in between, to always have some RWBY in your life, I really think that RWBY Chibi should be treated more as like a special little event instead of just some thing that's now just going to be just part of the process of just going through the seasons of RWBY. So I'm not sitting up here and I'm not dismissing it and I'm not welcoming it because I love this episode and I love what RWBY Chibi Season 1 represented. But this is going to be fun. It's like trying to figure out, like, how to try to compartmentalize like a 4-minute show and talk about your feelings about it. It should be a fun, interesting social experiment because I go with those. There are no L's here. Pastor L, he chilling. You know what I'm saying? It's like there are no L's to really take in RWBY Chibi because this is nothing but fun. So let's get to work. How about that? I'm like, we have 3 sketches on the docket today, and our first sketch, Director Ozpin. This is a sketch that I love because it's an encapsulation, I want to say, of everything that I love that Season 1 of RWBY Chibi did, was all of these pokes and knocks and everything it was that we love about this show, because this sketch reminded me of one of my favorite sketches from Season 1, which was the Shadow sketch, where, if you guys remember, like, when RWBY Chibi first started, that the only things in the world of RWBY that had color that were, living beings were the humans or subspecies of humans or the Grimm and things like that, and they were the main characters. Everything else was just shadows, and that sketch poked fun at that, and it's like, it was that part with Shadow RWBY. It was amazing. It was one of my favorite sketches from last season. So it's good to see that, that this Director Ozpin sketch was more of that, because the whole sketch was pretty much Ozpin, you dropped the ball, player. Like, you let the squad run through, and it's been the first time we've heard Cinder talk in a while, like, for real. But it's like, but it's like, this was just a great sketch. That it was just a sketch, and I hope there are more of these sketches this season that just sit up here and just poke fun at the history of this show, about what we fans love about the show much. So it was a great sketch, and if you really look really, really closely, something about bumblebees. Boot means I love you. I don't know. I don't keep up with this stuff. So that is a sketch. You know what I'm saying? There was stuff and things about the sketch. But, Cinder talk. That's probably the most important thing. And this was just a funny sketch, poking fun at how we got to the point we got to when it comes to Season 4. Our second sketch was UFO, and it was just Pirate doing her, her Magneto thing, and then sneezing and then dropping it on the poor plastic cows, and Nora screamed. It was funny, you know what I'm saying? Because, again, it's just the show having fun, and that's what you want. You want a show like this to have fun and to, put characters in situations they wouldn't normally be in, given the characters they portray in their sister series. So, it was fun to see Pyrrha doing her EM disruptor thing and then sneezing and dropping it on the cows, and poor Nora, because Nora is bae. Anyway, our final sketch, which was the most important sketch of this episode to me, because Penny's back! And everybody loves Penny. Everybody loves Penny. How can you not love the robot girl who tries to act human? And that sketch was just a complete poke fun at Penny's whole arc. It was just a complete fun thing. And then there were dodgeballs and people got hurt and junior detectives. Gotta love those junior detectives detecting things. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I love when Neptune put on the mustache. That's like the funniest stuff ever. Like, detecting stuff. I'm like, if this is what's in store for this season, then I'm with whatever RWBY Chibi wants to do. And I'm going to sit up here and I'm going to watch it and just love it as a fan, because again, like I said, season 1 of RWBY Chibi was a palate cleanser, because as fans were dragged through the emotional ringer every second. Excuse me, hold up a second. Oh, Pastor L here. Yeah, real quick, like, the reason y'all was dragged through the emotional ringer because everybody in season 3 did was catch L's repeatedly. There were L's everywhere. Just get caught these L's. Just L's. Just L's getting caught. Now, back to your returning the one and the only, the triple to G.O.D. Alright. Thank you, Pastor L, for that L update. I appreciate that, sir. But yeah, people caught L's. There were a lot of L's. And then to revitalize us from all the L's that were caught, RWBY Chibi was that palate cleanser. This is going to be fun, because even though season 4 ended the way it did, it didn't end in like complete tragedy. It just ended in mystique and intrigue, and that's a good place for a show to sit, for then this to come along and be like, yo, let's just have some fun with these characters you love. So that is a review of RWBY Chibi Season 2, Episode 1. We'll be doing this a lot more, because I really honestly thought this was going to be like pulling teeth or, brain surgery, but not like delivering L's, because that comes very easy to your Lord of L's. It just is what it is. So, that is a review of RWBY Chibi Season 2, Episode 1. Did I already say that? I already said that. Yes, I was there. I'll be back on the mic later, because I have a My Little Pony episode to watch, so I will do that. I will turn this into a video, and we'll be back next Saturday with more RWBY Chibi. How about that? You know what it is. The one and the only, the triple, the G.O.D, a.k.a. Pastor L. And I'd like to thank you for joining me for another installment of Triple the Guy Speaks On. And with that, I'll holler at you guys next time, man. Peace out.